How far, as parents, have you gone to protect and shield your children? I have a different type of answer than what you may have been looking for, but I consider it relevant to the question. I worked my ass off doing tons of odd jobs and bake sales for 3 months to come up with enough money to hire actual lawyers to get my 3-year-old daughter out of the grips of CPS, Child Protective Services. A false allegation by an asshole neighbor concluded with the state coming into my life and absolutely tearing it apart. I knew their reputation. They get away with legal kidnapping all the time. The fate of my daughter was in the hands of the state, and they did not have her best interest at heart. In the 3 months she was in foster care, I was able to call her every night and see her once every other week for an hour at the department's little office. I had passed all tests, enrolled in their stupid classes. Then I started doing real research and talking with others who had gone through the same thing, and I came to the realization that no matter what I did, there was a huge possibility that I may not get her back. She cried after each visit. They advised me it was best if I didn't cry, and if I refrained from telling her, she would be able to come back home soon. It was awful and has drastically impacted her mentally/emotionally to this day. 8 years later, most good parents who end up losing their child permanently to the state lack in the ability to pay a retainer fee for a real constitutional lawyer, or maybe they don't realize they need one. So I come up with the money, barely, and I hired 2 twin brother lawyers. Well known, great reputation. One from Orange County and the other from Corona, California. One for me and one for my daughter. They requested an emergency hearing, basically told CPS they were out of line and they knew it. Those 2 just obliterated that courtroom, almost literally wiped the floor with all of them and the BS they were spewing. It was glorious. The judge ruled that on our next visit, 2 days after that court hearing, that she could come home with me. Nothing further was needed. No home inspection, no tests, no paperwork. They knew they lost and they admitted defeat. And 2 days later, on our visit, I got to take her home the night before court, with no knowledge of how it was going to go. I had a vivid dream about being in court, but it was a higher court with who I assume was God, telling me clearly, she can come home in 2 days. I am not religious, but that was a definite sign from someone, but I achieved my main goal, and that is what mattered most.